Hey guys, Steve Donahoe from DCS Sales Marketing, and this is just an update in regards to the Voyager platform and how far we're going into the Voyager platform and the problems that we're facing in getting our money back for it. Now, unfortunately, the Voyager platform, it was a great platform when it first came into existence. It was very popular and it spread very fast around the world in a way of being able to transfer, to buy and sell cryptocurrency. And it was a great platform that started off in the primary way of using an app to be able to buy and sell crypto. And it was a great idea and it was doing really well. I actually built my portfolio up quite well, and I was able to transfer and exchange cryptocurrency with other actual coins and actually build my portfolio up because of it, and reinvest in the Bitcoin when it was going up, and getting into the Dogecoin and getting into some other coins that were not very well known, but being able to buy them at a cheap rate and to be able to get into the platform to be able to do it. And it was working really well for a good 2 years. And it seemed like it was doing well. Now, unfortunately, what a lot of these actual platforms do, and when you actually sign the contracts and get yourself into these of terms and conditions met, there are little like drawbacks that you don't read in the small print. Just like any type of contract, sometimes the small print you need to read to be able to understand what it is. Number one, it was supposedly FDIC insured, which means insured by the government, that if anything goes wrong, that it's federally able to be backed up by the funds of the government to be able to give you your money back. But in actual fact, there was a loophole in this which caused a lot of people to lose a lot of money in it. And it was the actual problem facing was that the FDIC allowance was on the bank itself, not on the company Voyager. So what actually happened was that they insured the actual bank that had that Voyager had their money in the bank. Now, in order for it to be secured, that bank could not go down under. So then the government would bail the bank out, and your funds that supposedly were in the bank would have been able to be recompensated. Now, Voyager actually put in their terms and conditions that people did not read the clause correctly, and in actual fact, that Voyager itself was not FDIC insured. It was a bank only. This brought a lot of complications in that a lot of people now have realized that whatever was actually left in the actual application of Voyager in their virtual wallet was in fact Voyager's and not ours. Now, they had a problem, and what they did, they bit off what you say more than you can chew, and gave a loan out with the funds of the investors, like our actual portfolio. And this is what they do in the terms and contracts, that they are allowed to use your funds, just like how a bank works. A bank does the same thing. When you put in a deposit into a bank and you have your bank savings, they actually use your money to be able to loan out to other big investors, and they use it in the pool, and they literally are using your money to make money for themselves. And that's what they do. And they make you get 0.25% or whatever it is with your money, but they're making anywhere from 8 to 10% on your investment in the bank. And that's how a bank continues to thrive because of it. Well, these platforms and brokers do the same thing. They allow people to use the investment and the profit that you have in your actual portfolios to be able to be loaned out. Now, usually there's a clause in there to say that you don't agree with that and you don't want to join it, but for some reason, everybody was involved in it. And I guess in the small print, we were involved in that. We were lending our actually money in our portfolios to companies. Now, there's a company there that actually they loaned out to, which was a massive amount of money, which was almost like, I think it was $1.2 billion, and 625 million of it was crypto. And the rest was other funds, cash investments through the USD bank that they had, that people had their money actually into. And they gave this to this company, and this company went bankrupt. So what happened was, when this company went bankrupt, they they can't find them anymore. They probably ran away with all the money. They would not pay it back to Voyager. So Voyager now had this debt, this massive debt now, which was our money in our portfolios now that they lent out to this company. And I got to remember what it is. I can't remember the actual name of the company, but they foreclosed very quickly after this and went into bankruptcy, which actually caused Voyager, because of the funds that they could not actually get that money back, bankrupted Voyager themselves. But they didn't go from a Chapter 7. They actually are still involved in a Chapter 11, which means that someone could buy the company out. It's still under the court jurisdiction. It's still going through court battles right now to see if someone can get them out of the liquidation and purchase the company itself and take it over, which possibly could give us our chances, because it still has the platform actually moving and going with our actual crypto in the platform. But the problem is that we can't buy, we can't sell, and we cannot transfer. So basically what's happening is all our cryptocurrency, you can look at it and see it, whether it's declining or appreciating on all the crypto that we have. And there's nothing we can do about it until this Chapter 11 presents itself to what's going to happen to it. Now, there's also a disclaimer in Voyager, unfortunately, that we took it on ourselves that they are not responsible for our crypto. Now, if you had the money in the USDT, which is like a bank that they actually use, they are allowing people, as long as they can show that it's genuine, to be able to transfer that money out of the USDT now and get it back. But the crypto investors that didn't actually sell the crypto and put it in the USDT are going to literally lose their portfolios because of it. And they're fighting that battle right now to hopefully they're working out a way to be able to compensate us for it. But I had a lot of money in Shibu, a lot of money in Dogecoin, and a lot of money in Bitcoin, and a lot of money in actual other diversified coins that I actually got involved in as well. So is it going to get to the point that I am going to lose all my cryptocurrency? That is yet to be decided by the court proceedings, which is on the 29th of September. They're having another hearing in regards to what they're going to do about the cryptocurrency and how they're going to actually recompensate the people that had their investment into the actual platform, and see if they can resolve the matter by some way of giving us a compensation of something in regards that can give us something back, or are we going to lose it all? That is yet to be decided. Now, a lot of people, I what I call myself a small fry, and I didn't have a lot of money invested in compared to some of these people that have. They've literally lost their life savings and what they were putting all their money into, and literally has destroyed their livelihoods, which I'm very, very sad to hear that, because it's caused a lot of depression. It's caused suicide, and these things just destroy people's lives because of it, because someone didn't do their homework correctly, and unfortunately the people that have invested in their platform and thinking that they were securely based has now become a fragile thing for us to be able to even think that we're going to get our actual investment in our portfolios back again. So right now, that's the update and what's going on. They're still going to work on the 29th of September. They're going back into bankruptcy court to figure out what's going on. And they have agreements, and it depends on the people that have seized the account and owed the money, what they want to do and how they're going to go about it. So we can only sit and wait, guys, all right? But there's another actual company that I have been getting involved in, and it seems to be doing really well. And I want to plug this one now. And again, disclaimers are that I cannot guarantee that something is going to work, okay? Are we going to go into this same problem and face it with this other platform that I'm using? Right now, Voyager was supposed to give you a card that you could actually put all your money into the card and basically use the card to purchase other things with, and you actually could have got your actual profit and put it into a card, okay? But it didn't eventuate. They didn't really get to that card situation at that period of time. So they actually didn't make that card. Voyager did not make that card. But the other company that I actually use now does have a card, and I want to show you what this card is. It's called the crypto card. It's actually a card that's been given, and it's probably going to be backwards when I show you this, but this is the card. If you have a look here, and it's called the crypto card, and it's a debit card. It's actually a card itself that with this company, and again, my disclaimer is I can't guarantee you that how this company is going to go, but it looks pretty solid, okay? This company is called crypto.com. Now, I'm going to put down below after this video a link down there for you to actually have a look at it. And if you like it, you can actually, under my referral, you can actually, if you put a certain amount in, you'll get free crypto as well, which a lot of the companies did as well. But this one really is starting to take off for me because, number one, I can actually transfer my money into this card so I don't lose out, okay? It's doing well. At the moment, I invested $1,000. I'm $1,000 actually in profit now by continuing to diversify in different crypto, and it seems to be doing really well. And it seems to have a much better idea than the Voyager app as well, because it literally shows you the actual crypto to get involved in, the top gainers, and it shows you the losers to watch out for, which is losing, and it gives you updates, and it literally informs you how your crypto is going by using any type of notifications on your cell phone. It actually will tell you it's going up massively or it's going down, and so you get all these warnings that what you can do with your crypto. Now, what I like about this crypto is instantly you have the USDT, okay, that you can actually sell a crypto instantly, mind you, to go into the USDT, and then you can transform the USDT into the actual crypto card, which is an awesome way to go. And it's almost instantaneously that you can do this. So if you would have, say, you would want to buy a different type of crypto, you could actually, if you had Bitcoin in your platform, you could actually buy the other coin with your crypto, or you can use the other actual cryptocurrency of other ones. As long as you look at it, that will actually be able to buy and transfer and trade crypto to crypto to be able to build one crypto up. When you've made profit on one crypto, you can actually build and sell off that crypto and exchange it over to another crypto, which I feel is very beneficial for you in building your actual portfolio up by diversifying. And that's what I have told many people: in order to buy crypto, just don't go and buy Bitcoin and hope for the best that it's going to make you a fortune, because there's other cryptos out there that are actually very low key that nobody knows anything about, but in actual fact, they're what you call the low profile Bitcoin. That is a very, very low amount to get into, but they can quite literally just explode in a week or two and drive your actual profit up by 100%, or even 500 to 1,000%, which has happened a couple of times in some of the cryptos. Now, one of the cryptos was Shibu. Shibu, in Voyager, I have almost 130 million in Voyager, which is frozen. But in the other crypto app, I have like 30 million of the actual Shibu, which is at the moment very, very cheap to buy. Now, 2 years ago, let me tell you this, okay? With Shibu, in 2 years, it escalated to such a point that if you had have put in $2 from the start of the time frame of this coin and put in $2, in a year's time, you could have been a millionaire. Can you imagine that? That's like winning a lotto ticket. Unfortunately, I got in when Shibu was just at the point and it screamed upwards in that year period of time. And I got in right on the peak period of time, and then it literally crashed all the way down. So I didn't actually make any money on my Shibu, and I didn't have enough at that period of time. Now, if you have had the amount of coin that I have now, you would be almost a billionaire, okay, if you had got in it at that time, which is just incredible. But now what they're doing is a lot of people burning it. There's too much out there, which will never allow it to get up to a point that it's going to get up to $5 or whatever it is. It's going to take ages. I mean, literally years and years and years before it even thinks about getting there. You could be looking at your life saving, your life period of time before literally even gets to $5, because there's just so much out there right now that they didn't cap. So what's happening is that there's a lot of actual people out there that are what you call burning their crypto and burning their Shibu, and they actually get a kind of a rebate back for it for another coin, another token, and it's trying to bring the price of the more value to the Shibu. And they're using a virtual world, the metaverse out there, and they have a lot of things going that this potentially could bring another profit skyrocket again, but nothing like it did before, because there's just too much of it. When people saw that, they all bought into it really quickly, including me. But a lot of people missed it because of it. But there is ways of making money with crypto, and I can show you with my portfolio how quickly it's actually built is to diversify. And you literally can, with crypto.com, buy and sell instantaneously without having any kind of penalty or anything like this. Now, they do take a percentage out of it every time you do it, but if you would buy the crypto and you would see it profit of rising 25%, I would say take the 25% profit out of it. And you can do that very quickly and put it into USDT. And that will sit there free. It doesn't make any money on it because it's what you call a stable coin, and it doesn't fluctuate up and down by a lot of percentage or anything. So you don't really lose a lot of money. It just sits there. So it's kind of like being in the bank, but it's not really doing anything. But it sits there that you can actually use that and buy other coin with it. So the profit that you've made on one coin, you can actually put back in the USDT, have it sit there for a while. And if you see an actual coin that is really depreciated in value, then there's a good chance when it gets to the bottom level of where you'll see the spike go up and it goes down. And then what you call the stable level of where it is, that it keeps continue to stay stable. And all of a sudden it'll shoot back up. That's when you want to buy. The chance is that it could go back down this way, which is, again, something you've got to take into consideration. But every time it goes down, it's going to get cheaper. So are you going to invest back into it? Now, there was an actual coin called Luna, which I was doing very well with. I had almost $10,000 in profit in it. And it started off at $6, and it actually went up to $120 for the coin. But their stable coin crashed. What happened was their actual something to do, the peg, what they call the peg of the stable coin, it literally plummeted. And what happened was when the actual Luna coin started plummeting, they took the money out of the coin and put it into USDT and thought it was going to be safe there. But somehow that stable coin, which is not supposed to depreciate, literally went down to nothing. Within 1 week, okay, my $9,000 was reduced down to $500. That's how bad it was. I couldn't even pull out my $500 in that period of time, and it got reduced down to pennies on the dollar. I literally had $25 left out of my $10,000. That's how hard it hit me. And that's how hard sometimes the cryptocurrency. And I honestly believe there was some espionage going on, something that happened that caused that to happen. There was a bull market like you would not believe, that someone, or I should say a bear market, someone actually just sold it under people's noses, and it depreciated so quickly it just devalued. Was there a conspiracy factor to it? I honestly believe there was something to it. They're actually looking for the owner right now to actually to look into the matter. Unfortunately, something like that, you will not get your money back. So what they did was they tried to give us some coins back in regards to actually subsidizing it, which was $25. $25 out of 10 grand that I lost. How could you reinvest in that? But the coins actually are starting to go back up again. Again, I don't know how it's going to go. I did reinvest back into it again to hopefully see if the coins are actually going to go back up and stabilize themselves. But this is a very, very, very chaotic type market to get into. Cryptocurrency can soar very quickly, and it can depreciate very quickly, and it's very volatile. And again, you have to have the money. Never use more money than you can afford to invest in. Okay, that's my tip to you. Never ever use more than you can afford to lose. Okay. Buy low, hold on to it. It gets up 25% profit. Take the 25% or sell the whole lot. Wait for the drop again and dump it when it's profitable, and buy it when it's ready to go down to go back up. If you have a look at the actual graph and see, and you can literally bring your portfolio up very quickly by doing that. And that's what I've done with crypto.com. Now, crypto.com, if, again, I'm going to put the link on the bottom after this because this is live and it'll be pre-recorded so people can go into this and listen to what I've said. But I'm going to give you the link on the bottom and look into it. I mean, it looks like a really, really stable and powerful actual application. hopefully it's going to continue to take off. And you can buy NFTs through it. You can buy all different types of coin currencies through it. And again, you can exchange and transfer between the cryptocurrencies, that you can make one profit on one and literally go and buy with the profit that you just got on one coin and use that coin and buy another coin that maybe could be the one to take off. And it's a gamble, guys, okay? But what I tend to do, and here's my hint, right, is I buy all the lowest crypto that I possibly can and sit on it. And hopefully, will that be the one that takes off? Again, I'm not a mind reader. I don't have a crystal ball to be able to tell you if this is going to be true or not, or what's going to happen. But it's like a lottery. If you invest in a lottery, you continue to invest your money, and hopefully you're going to hit that lottery one day, right? But honestly, yeah, I don't know how people can make it 4 or 5 times hit the lottery. I have no idea, because I'm sure don't have that luck to be able to do that. But by diversifying, which means buying and not putting all your eggs in one basket, continue to buy different cryptos at a cheap rate, okay? Watch the escalation when it takes off and the profit. And what you do is you actually, it's leveraging what they call is that a recurring buy every day or a recurring buy every week can offset the losses. Instead of buying outright, say you put all your money in one hit and say, all right, I'm going to spend $500 on Bitcoin. So you spend $500 on Bitcoin, and all of a sudden the next day it just plummets like 20%. Now, out of your $500, or 30%, you've just lost like $200 out of it, just like that in one hit. But if you would put in $25 a day and continue to put $25 a day into Bitcoin, as it goes up, then you'll make profit. As it goes down, then you will lose, but it'll go up and down like a yo-yo. But if you continue to have recurring investment in any type, and I tell you in stocks and shares to do the same thing, just don't buy in one hit, but to work on a recurring actual plan of buying, then you kind of ride the ups and downs, and you get it on the peak, and when it goes low, you actually buy it when it's low, and then when the peak goes up, you make profit again, and vice versa. You don't lose a lot of money out of doing that. And I've been doing that for the last couple of years, and it seems to work quite well in my favor by doing it, not losing a massive amount of money. So crypto, I'm involved in. Stocks and shares, I'm involved in. There's another one that I'm actually using, which you can actually do, is buy even IPOs, which are the new actual stocks and trades from a new company that comes in straight away, and actually buy them. And they will give you so many shares to be able to start off in. Now, they could soar off and take off too, because like if you had gotten the IPO privately straight away and put $1,000 in, you could make a lot of money out of these things, if you actually got into Telstra and you put in $1,000, it'd be worth 150 grand right now with your $1,000. Is it a lottery? Everything's a lottery. Is it a gamble? Well, life is a gamble, right? That's the way things are. But again, diversify. Don't try one stock and think you're going to make a profit out of it. Diversify. Buy what you can. Buy low. Sell high. Buy low. Unfortunately, I didn't do that. I'm in the long term with Stash. Stash itself is another one I'm into, and I'm long term into that and losing a lot. I'm in the red on a lot of my stocks, but I'm still in profit on it. So eventually when they come back from their depreciation, some can be up to even 65% down. But when they start going back up, that 65% actually, and it starts actually dropping from 65% to say 40%, that's 25% profit that actually will come back into my portfolio that I've actually lost. And sometimes it's a good time that even when you see the actual stocks and shares that you've actually been invested in and they're going down, is to start putting money back into it again. If you can afford to do it, again, only afford what you can do. Don't use your money that you need to pay for bills and things like that, because you're just going to kill yourself over the long run. But if you diversify and be able to pop in a little bit of money here, a little bit of money in there, you can actually start making money with stocks and trades and cryptocurrency. Okay, so again, this is just a little bit of information of how Voyager is still, it's not dead in the water yet. It's getting close to it. Is Voyager going to be dead? Really, I can't say that. I don't know. As a chapter 11 gives you still a chance. If it goes to a chapter 7 solvency, that's it. You're done. Say goodbye. If they go into chapter 7, that's it. There's nothing out of it. No one can take any gain any money back out of it. But chapter 11 is that right at that point that you can actually, someone could take it over and possibly even make it better. But there's a lot of money at stake. All right. So with that said, I hope this benefits you and helps you. You need to comment on me, comment on my videos. Please do. You want to help with me, and I'll show you how my plan works in using stocks and shares and cryptocurrency, and to continue to stay in profit instead of losing. Get back to me on that. All right. So thank you for your time. God bless, guys. Remember, I'm going to put the actual crypto.com link. This is my referral link, because I'll get you $25 if you actually join, of free crypto. And it's a good platform. Really, it is. Again, my disclaimer is I can't guarantee if it's going to stay stabilized or whatever it is, but I'm being a lot smarter now. I'm going to be able to move that money quickly and put it in my card, start transferring it from the card to my own virtual bank. All right. God bless, guys.